Got you a new bed. And he sleep on the floor. He has that bed. He sleep on the floor. He has couch. He sleep on the floor. He has the big bed. He sleeps on the floor. I think he likes how cool it is. You'll have to forgive me tonight. I have fans going because the AC units in my building went down and my wall unit is not working. So, are you alive, boy? You sleep on the floor. Hello. Sleep on the floor with the fire noggin. We are the dog and dog. I am the dog. Hello. Desert Armory, what's up? 7 at night, and I'm drinking cold brew coffee I made. Ha! Must be laced with alcohol because it's 8. Just kidding. I know you're in a different time zone. Rocky, you okay, buddy? You doing good? You can come say hi to the people? You can come here? Come here. Come here. I know it will do it. I know it will get them up. Hey? Hey? You want? You want? You want to treat? You want to treat? Huh? Okay. Wow. Really? Ugh. He's tired. We've been playing a lot today. We've been going around to a lot of stores and stuff. Come here, buddy. Come here. Just come here. Come here. I want to say hi to you. Come here, buddy. How you doing? See? He's good. He's just conserving his energy for when he has to have a... What's good, Steve? Long time no sprechen Sie Deutsch. Yeah, the boy's doing good. All right, you want to eat this then? Yeah, we'll break it in half. Sit. 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 All right, there you go. There you go. You want the other half? Shake. Good boy. Look how aggressive he shakes. He's like, get up in there. Shake. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look, he even curls his fingers over. Ah, good, Rocky. There you go. Good boy. Thank you, buddy. All right. Thanks, buddy. Just wanted to make sure everybody knows that you're still happy and alive. The goodest boy. Yeah, he's the goodest boy. Yep. Such a well-trained puppy. We went in the store, and he's wearing his service dog vest. Although, got to breach the subject and getting a new diagnosis from my doctor. But anyways, let's take a look at the wall. Thank you, buddy. You can go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Good boy. So, yeah. It's stacked back up tonight. Launch of shit. Even stuff you haven't seen in a long time. I just burped in your ear. That guy might be getting a little brother at EWX. Well, twin brother? I don't know. But this is why I want to start doing Twitch stuff, man, because then I could be showing you the guns, like manipulating them and stuff, and showing you how good my work was on that. How good my work was on that. So, wall looking extra beautiful. It's doing okay. Just, it hurts, but it's doing okay. So let me bring this down. There you go. Flip this to the shine. Like I said, you may hear an extra fan noise. That's because the AC unit for my building broke. And Northern Virginia is unseasonable. Well, it's now been the same for the last 5 years or so. So it's seasonably warm. But Steve comes in with that $10 dono. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let's see. Wait, did Sportsman Warehouse send you your money back? Yes. How important is it to check headspace when building an AR? I mean, you'll know if something doesn't look quite right, but you always check your headspace on a build. You don't want to accidentally build something and then, you know, not have a functioning rifle. Love what you're seeing. Cool, dude. There we go. It's a little bit better angle. Yeah, my do not disturb's on. It's plugged in. We should be good to go for a few hours. Okay, now it's plugged in. You know anything about the Henry Big Boy X? I know the Henry Steel X, and I have not messed with the big boy X's. Oh, I'm hooked on a feeling. Any experience with the Henry single shot 4570? Shot one once like 3 years ago. What are you drinking tonight? This is at Tractor Supply. It was $1.39 for this whole bottle. It's called Teddy's Orange and Cream. It's a good orange soda. It is a sugar tonight. Michael, what is going on? Yes, everything is adequate. Put a few of the toys back on the wall. Trying to work out a deal with FD Ordnance for the Grandmaster. Is there a 10mm PCC that's worth the money? I'd say the Ruger LC carbine in 10mm. A lot of people don't like the way it looks, but if you can get over the way it looks, then you'll be good to go. Man, I wish we had a Tractor Supply close. Seems like that place with the cat's ass. They do sell cat's ass. No, I'm kidding. They might actually. I don't know, as a dog treat or something. But yeah, no. They have small game when it's in season, like ducks and chickens and stuff. Rocky likes going. There he is. He's sleeping already. Yeah, I got him his new bed today, and he's just been sleeping on it. Sorry. Stuff down wrong hole. Wink. Yeah. No, just kind of relaxing right now. Family stuff is still going on. That won't be settled probably. Something's going to happen in the next couple of days. So, not getting into it, but just waiting for news. Yeah, get in here. Have fun. Big Crazy Money sends the heart symbol. The healthy heart symbol. No, I'm not eating. I'm drinking a soda with sugar tonight because 99% of the time I drink sugar-free stuff and I eat stuff with low sugar. So tonight I'm indulging. I get to have a carbonated beverage that tastes good. I spent $78 on his bed and snacks today, so I get a soda for $1.39. Laughed my ass off when we're checking out. I'm like, I bought a Twix and a bottle of soda, and Rocky got 3 different kinds of treats and a new pet bed. You're fine, buddy. I'm just sitting up. Don't worry. You're good. Turn this up a little bit more. There we go. Hey, Jimmini, I've heard you're not supposed to idle the 5.7 Hemi. Is that true? Yes. You can do it if you run really good oil. But the problem with the 5.7 Hemis is the oil pump can degrade in efficacy, and a lot of people don't change their oil but every 7 to 10,000 miles. That's also a bad thing on a Hemi. But any kind of debris and stuff that can affect the oiling up to the top of the engine will cause it to basically destroy the lifters will fail, and then it will stop moving the cups for the lifters, and then it will eventually wear out the cam, destroy the lifters, and you'll get Hemi tick, and then you'll damage the heads. You'll get metal shavings throughout the whole engine. So have I ever heard of the Wrist Wrecker 5000? Is that the Bond Arm Cyclops 4570? Or is that Beretta that's chambered in 50 cal or some shit? Wade, hello. Tyrone, hello. Hello, Moto. Are you okay, buddy? Why are you hiding your face? I mean, I don't. And look at me. Not you, Tyrone. Dude, that's all I had out of this thing, and it already gave me a stomach ache. I don't drink sugar much anymore, dude. I'm a wuss. That's why most of them tick learn something new every day. There's differing things, actually. A light tick is not the Hemi tick. Everybody will be like, oh, your engine has the Hemi tick. Your engine has a Hemi tick. Another very common problem with Hemi engines is, especially in the trucks, is the exhaust manifold bolts they'll crack, or the exhaust manifold will start leaking because the bolts, they crack around where the bolts go, and then they have a tick sound to them. If it's just a tick, 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 that's just probably exhaust. But if it's got a death rattle in it, if you're like hearing like the engine's just making like a, I wanna die, you know, you'll know what an engine. Not you. I'm kidding, Rocky. But when you hear that, that's when you know it's bad. It's a slide that goes on 1911, shoots 50 BMG. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. I saw some dude made a 50 BMG pistol. Did I poop today? No, I didn't. Welcome back to the room, buddy. You want me to bring your bed into the room? You have a bed right there. But I can bring your second bed into the other entrance. Alright, just go to sleep. Car noises with the Jimmini show. Yep. Yeah, go ahead and private message me on Instagram, FV. I was telling everybody that that might have a new home soon. Also, go over to FV Ordnance, man. His shit is way nicer than my guns. Well, some of my guns. Who the fuck am I kidding? All of my guns, his are better than. But yeah, that one may get a new daddy that can actually use it. I will have to stick my dick in it, though, before I send it to you. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud again? Would you shoot something like that? I saw the video and was like, damn. Would I shoot a 50 BMG slide on a 1911? That's fine, I would too. I saw some of your shooting videos, man. You're pretty damn good. Let me see. Yeah. Let me watch it real quick. I haven't seen the video, I just heard about it. He's wearing a crash helmet. He put the wrong cartridge in it. So it looks like he took the locking action style from like a single shot, which is pretty damn cool. Sorry, I'm watching the video. Oh. He is nervous as fuck, as I would be too. I'm not going to show it. It's not. Oh! I like how he put it on safe. Oh. And also, I'll point out in that video, that's why you don't put a big revolver in somebody's hands when they've never shot one before. Peace and love, Paul Wick. What's up, Brady? Where can you get the hoodies? You can email me. Like I said, we can do a Cash App, credit card, Zelle. Can't do it through YouTube thing. So the pre-orders are going hopefully until I get at least 20 ordered. But also, if I don't finish the orders before like the 10th, I'll go ahead and have them start making it. Hopefully by the end of the month, we'll get them here. Just ordered Rock Island M1911 A2 TAC full-size HC with an optic attach included, all for $591. Your thoughts? That's actually a really solid price, Clinton. Haven't been here in a while. Like what you did with your background. Thank you, sir. Ben, hello. Tara, what is going on? How you doing? Everybody go over to Tara Tactical. Subscribe to her. She's got 10 times the number that I do already. But, you know, subscribe to her anyways. She's an amazing shooter. She could teach all y'all a thing or two about, like, firearm control. My dad still has his 308. It's black, and I'll go check what gun it is. All right. I watch some of you goobers out at the range, man. Y'all are like, hello, and then it's really, really bad. Damn it. I'm trying to click on things. Green hood smoke. What's your dream gun that you wish you had? I don't really have a dream gun right now. Oh my God, the Grandmaster. Yeah. So that was, from the second I saw it, that became one of my dream guns until I had to feed it. The Dan Wesson DWX in 2023, I managed to get one of the first ones. It was actually a 2022 build. It had the best serial number ever on a DWX. It was X22 0002022 or 220222. So it was the best serial number ever. Have I been shooting lately? I'm going tomorrow before my doctor's appointment, so my doctor will love the gunpowder smell. But yeah, unfortunately I have not been doing a lot of shooting. When my syncope acts up, I tend to not do things that could get me in trouble. Observer, they took your channel? How'd they take your channel? Buff, how you doing? I decided I really don't like Glock. They're reliable, sure, but just kind of repetitive and boring. Thank you. Is that a suppressor with the T-Sauce on it? Yes, that is the T-Sauce. That is the T-Sauce Night Stalker that actually started my conversation with SDS. I got it back from Stonehaven. It cost me a lever action, but I traded them. And that gun is one of the ones that is not forged, despite what they say on their tag. So that was the problem with that gun. When I called them out for their metal not being forged, I was right. That gun was never forged. That gun was cut from billet. Seeing that nice, he sold it back to you. Yeah, he traded me. I gave him a good deal when he bought it, and he gave me an excellent deal when I bought it back. So he left it with me the last time he came up, because I wanted to compare it to my Match X, which I kind of sold to him, but I'm going to try to back out like a little bitch. I'm just going to give him a stock one. Yours came optics ready, and the number is 1522. Yeah, the optics, that's the reason I sold the original. So my original DWX was not optics ready. The first year guns, they were not optics ready. They came out, as you know. They were not optics ready, but I had to have it because it was an awesome gun, awesome serial number. So I bought it off a buddy of mine, sold it back to him. He sold it back to the store. I bought it again. Then I sold it to another buddy because I didn't want to have it cut. I wish I did, because the frickin' plates for that gun are $75 fucking a piece. So I had to get one for RMR and one for Acro, because right now it's got the Burris Fastfire E on it, and it's a goddamn mailbox that uses the Acro footplate. The gun he has is the Winchester XPR 308. Nice one, man. Honestly, both of those were about the same price when they were new. Guns are good. I like guns. Nice. I'm positive they had their optics ready to sit in their warehouse before release. They probably did, but let me ask you this, because you were mentioning the DWX that you have. Does yours have the shit finish on it? Mine still has the vertical scratch from setting it down against another gun. I never took that out of the metal. I do not have the 50 cal. Am I selling merchandise now? Yes, I happen to be wearing one of my old buddies' the shirts that I used to work at. In your country, what documents do you need to prepare to buy a gun? Depending on the state you live in, Tara, here in the state of Virginia where I live, you don't need any documentation other than a valid state ID that's issued by the state. You can't use non-government IDs. So if you have that and your background is clear, you can usually go into a shop. My first gun, I was instantly approved. That doesn't always happen. If your name is very similar to somebody that's been on any sort of NICS background alert, or if you had clearances in the military, that can slow down your purchasing of a firearm. But as long as you have a clear background history behind you and you have valid IDs in the state of Virginia, the only restriction we have here is that if you, I'm going to move this up a little bit, but if you do not have a concealed carry permit, you can only buy one handgun per month, but you can buy as many rifles as you want. I played the original Uncharted. You have the Delta Point plate from Cajun. Yeah, that's the Acro plate from Cajun. Dodge, what's up? Hold on, let me give you a close-up on... You can see it even through the battle wear that we put on it. So if you... Yeah, that's really good. Hold on a second. Light! Let there be a light! Yeah, you see that vertical scratch on the very end of the gun? right there, that is from setting it against another gun. If you're a foreigner, can you buy a gun? If you have visitor visas and work visas, yes. If you're just visiting from another country, you can go and rent guns, but you cannot purchase a firearm because you don't have a permanent residence here or a residence here. But yeah, and all the finish we took off this gun with 800 grit. There is no heavy grit that was used to take the finish off. And all of the lines that you're seeing in the metal, that is from Dan Wesson's finishing. Their tooling. Their machine must have been chattering like a motherfucker when they cut that slide. Yeah, all those horizontal lines going through the entire body, those are from when it was made. My buddy barely took 800 grit to it to take the finish off of it. And that's not real rust, that's fake rust. I added that. You guys also have a gun store called Second Amendment up in Virginia, up in Illinois. We do. No, we don't. Fellow Fusion Pro owner. I love that thing. Shoots softer than my Mac. Yeah, so mine is was sent to me by Fusion. That was amazing of them. Made a video on that and the XF Pro that they sent to me. And then I modified my grip because I didn't like the golf ball grip. But damn, I do love that gun. Show the 2011. Which 20? Oh, this one. For those of you that don't know, that is a real STI. In fact, hold on. Look directly up at my ceiling. Okay. So this is the STI Grandmaster, chambered in 38 Super Major. Has the true bore barrel. Has no sights on it other than that Seymour side mount. STI was one of the first ones to run these massive magwells. And I have a very nice serial number, very early. Grandmaster 191. But as you can see, they actually stamped 2011 into their slide, so they were the owners of the name. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, dude. Isn't that ceiling tile amazing? I really like showing off the ceiling tiles in my place. You guys should enjoy them with me. And then, yeah, so it's got the STI side mount. So that's factory. You know what the crime is? When that gun was new, it was only $2,600. I'll sponsor you, Tara. I got buddies in the industry. You've got buddies in the industry. You can live on in DC, which is always a fun place to hate. You can become like a real American. Drink beer. Go to rodeo shows. Me, I don't shoot anything. That was a gun to have for a very long time. Yes, STI. So Para Ordnance created the double stack 1911, like 5 years or something before STI came out with their gun. The Para Ordnance guns are single piece frames. So they're a traditional 1911. They're just a high capacity 1911 versus a 2011, which has the slide, the grip module, and the mid frame. That motherfricker is tough. Definitely my favorite firearms of all time. I don't know. I don't care. Nice. Casper, what's up? I've never been hunting, really, for animals. Sorry, my chair is just about to break. Yeah. Hold on a second. Do you think the PSA MP7 will ever come out? Their version with their MP 5.7, it will at some point come out. The question is, will it be any good? It's amazing how ceiling tiles can make guns set themselves on the table. See, I'm about to leave work. I'll be on in about 30 minutes. You also need a Canadian chair. Yeah, I should go get that from my dad's house.
kind of dig the little green one. Yeah, that was Drunk Mouse made that for me. How much sound reduction on the pistol with the suppressor? Is it that noticeable? Yes. With the caveat, you have to use the right grain ammunition. If you use standard 115 grain, you're still going to get a supersonic crack out of it. But if you use 147 grain out of that suppressor, that gun will be extremely quiet. Damn near movie quiet. The thing that the movies always kind of take out of the equation is the sound of the gun cycling. It's never as quiet as the movies make it. Because in the movies, it's just... If you use a B&T Station 6 or something like that with a bolt that's locked in place, yes, it would be movie quiet. That gun has a reciprocating slide and all the mechanicals that go with it and the loading mechanism. So when you fire it, you hear a... But it's very quiet. I don't know what the Moss 12 is, but that's cool. I have a video. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up. It's my video, so I should be able to show it. It's just the shorts. I'll play the audio, but... I'll play the audio. Hold on. Sorry, we're getting a lot of feedback. Raymond, what's going on? But that was my Desert Eagle, by the way. Ow! Hitting my finger. Sorry, woke the dog up. So I'm guessing the lower the caliber pistol you suppress will be even better, like say with the 9mm 380. Not necessarily, because some heavier calibers, like a 45 ACP, is just naturally subsonic. The noise that you're hearing is from the wind being distorted around the bullet at speed. So disturbing air at 900 feet per second sounds the same whether you're using a big round or a small round, unless it's right here by your head. But as you're shooting it, it's going to be a difference. It's going to be a little bit different, but not enough where you're going to be like, oh, you should just go smaller. But yeah, some 22s are ridiculously quiet. But like a 300 Blackout, which can fire out of an AR-15, is much quieter than a 5.56. A 5.56 is normally traveling somewhere around 26 to 3,000 feet per second, depending on the ammo you're using, versus the 300 Blackout subsonic, which is literally going less than 950 feet per second. He's adding to the collection. Many of those guns I've actually had for a while, Connor. I don't think there's anything new up on that wall that hasn't been up there before. Explain the perfect knife. Really can't. I'm not a knife guy. Pointy end goes that way. That's all I know. Have you also had a failure to feed in a 45 1911 government with hollow points? Depending on which version of it is, yes, sometimes you can. There are slight different designs for the chamber. The rear of the chamber of the 1911, depending on the manufacturer. So the bullet has to line up right so that the edge of the bullet doesn't catch the truncated feed ramp. It just pops up into the chamber. One way to mitigate that is to use good magazines. Wilson Combat, Chip McCormick are both very solid, good magazines that have plastic followers, more modernized followers with stiffer springs. So it's very important that the round presents at the right angle. So if the feed ramp is right here and you need to go in, If the round is pointing nose down in your magazine, you're going to hit there, and it's kind of like wrong hole, wrong hole, wrong hole, no second date. But as long as you have the right feed angle, it should go right in the hole. Hello, Air Max. Yeah, grab some different mags, Anthony. Magazines will fix a lot of feeding issues with 1911s. If that is still getting jams, then it could be a potential problem with like your recoil spring. Yeah, more failures to eject with Full Metal Jackets. Failures to eject could also come down to things like spring rates. Could be the extractor isn't grabbing the round all the way. You can tune all of that on the 1911. What do you know about super safeties? Literally nothing, CJ. I don't play with super safeties or FRTs. I've got a binary in my AR, and that's all I need. Ow! My nerves are acting up. You ever had a nerve just, where the sheath around your nerve ending just wears off because you hit it on something, and then all of a sudden you're in intense pain because it feels like you're being stabbed repeatedly? No, me neither. But anyways, get in here. Is that 2 CZs up there? No, 1 CZ, and 1 is actually the Tanfolio. So that's the SPO1, just a regular one, and that is the Tanfolio Witness. Is that a Higgins? No, the 2 wood guns. That is a Sears Model 43103, and that is a Ruger 1022 Target bull barrel. Do I use snap caps when I store my firearms? Only if it's a 22. For the most part, I'm not concerned about 9mm or any centerfire cartridge gun when I store it. Typically, I'll only put snap caps like that Hammerly 22 up there, and the Sears both have snap caps in them. Evil beetles eat evil things and use evil guns. What? Boys, you can't pick up guns on live stream, son. Only need snap caps if you're dry firing. Yeah, but I store them with it because I never know which one of my goober-ass friends is just going to pick up a gun and pull the trigger, because some of my friends don't understand that gun safety is important. Why is that running on my back fucking ground? Sorry, my computer's doing some funny shit. Anyways, get in here, say hi, subscribe. I need to grow the channel. I need to get to 200K. So I'm signed up with 2 different agencies right now to find sponsors, and they're working on it. As soon as they get back to me with some stuff, hopefully I can start growing it that way. I'm going to talk to a few companies this week, and so I'm trying to do the grind outside of YouTube rather than doing it through YouTube. I'm not going to be an fucking beggar. So offering hoodies and stuff is my way of giving you guys back something for becoming channel helpers. Going to any firearm shows or conventions soon? Nothing planned. I don't even know what's on the horizon for gun shows. Kevin, hello. Incognito, what is up, good sir? Also, Observer, if you're still in here, come back in, man. Ow! My jaw just popped. So, since I've decided to step back from running the gun store, like, as a regular brick and mortar store and go more to special orders, online, stuff like that, I may dive more into streaming, but not just on here. So tomorrow, I keep saying so. Every time I say so, somebody give themselves a slap in the face. Any Hoosters, I decided that I'm going to practice some Twitch stuff tomorrow, and then I think Thursday I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch on my off days, because on Twitch I could grab one of those guns and show you all the fun stuff I've done to it, or disassemble it, show you how to field strip, show you how to change parts. So once I get on Twitch over there, I can do all that shit. Mr. Banner, what's up? Everybody also go subscribe to Mr. Banner, Bruce Banner. Check him out. Go sign up. He's doing live streams now. He's got his channel going. Half of my shit is on his channel anyway. What time does we start today? 8 p.m. like usual. My time, not your time. So, but yeah. Had a really cool dude come in today, picked up a Taurus for his wife, and yeah, we sat and talked for a little while. He invited me over to his property to let Rocky run around on his homemade dog park. Seems like a really cool dude. We talked for a while. Yep, at Bruce Banner. Yeah, you are 49. Also, just look for the Hulk. So I'm trying to have some fun. GX4, just like a little carry, like an ankle carry. He has a really nice carry, so he just needed like an ankle backup. Must not like his. Come on, Bruce. I will say, because I'm a very late adopter to the firearms game, I've had good luck with my Taurus. Kind of like how you've had really good luck with your Bear Creek Arsenal stuff, even though everybody makes fun of it. Yeah, trying to get her off. It's the backup gun. So he would rather pull the GX4 before he lets his wife get clapped. I have this thing with fluids. I can drink this whole bottle in one shot and it won't even faze me, because when I have a carbonated beverage, it goes down like fast. I'm new to Firearms World. Just started out last year. Unfortunately, I'm in Massachusetts, so my law sucks. Fixed mag they ours. I believe I can. You got to double check your state laws, brother. I don't know if anybody in here is from your state. I am not. I don't know the laws of your state. I always encourage you, before you order a firearm, to double check. I don't know if pre-ban stuff gets around it the way that some other stuff does. I gave my Taurus away twice. Lol. Dirty Fish, is it fun to shoot guns? Yes, it actually is. In a controlled environment, when you're trying to be accurate, trying to be, if you're trying to be proficient with the firearm, it's harder to shoot pistols than it is to shoot rifles. And if you can master both, it's actually like an oxytocin hit. It's like how I feel when I'm petting Rocky, and I get this wave of just comfort and calm through me, and it makes me feel good. What's my thoughts on the 22 caliber TX22 full auto? Full auto, I thought it was just an FRT. It's the ultimate joy next to you know what. I know exactly what you're talking about. Eating ice cream with your best gal. And butt stuff. Dude, you gotta get that whisker back. So, when he did whatever he did to his head to rip out a couple of his upper whiskers, he sleeps with his left eye open now, because these whiskers tell your eyes, when you're an animal, tells your eyes to close, and he's missing two. Lamau, yeah. What's your favorite ice cream? Eyre Farm. Blar, snuff, sniff, woof woof. Help! Somebody, I'm stonking! My favorite firearm is a 1911. You can probably tell by the number of 1911s up on the wall. Couldn't get Instagram to open, but just send email to you with contact info. Hold on a second. Let me turn my monitor, make sure nobody's can... now you made it weird. I never make it weird. Life is weird. We just acknowledge the weird. Look that way. Oh. FB sent me an email about the IRS crypto tax changes. Cool, thanks. Just kidding. Got it. AFE, would you rather me call you or email you? Hello? Hello? I need one to buy right now. We'll go to your local gun store. They have plenty available for you, sir. Can you do a front flip? Not unless I'm falling down a set of stairs. See, even my dog agrees. He can do a backflip. I can't do a front flip. Although if you go to Google and type in do a barrel roll. Osprey. Yep. Perfect. I'm off to bed. Phone or text is fine. I will send you a text after the stream so that you have my information. And then we will talk about your future. Has 5 mags with it, by the way. Springs are a little lame, but has 5 mags with it. Yeah. Will you eat mayonnaise? I'll send you a heart if you do. Fuck no. I'll eat mayonnaise just because I feel like eating mayonnaise, son. Wait, FE, if you're still here. Hang on one second, FE. Don't look at my ass. That is how they used to send their guns. None of this fancy, stupid shit. And they're all STI mags. So yeah, it's fucking awesome. 5-day wait period. Told him to get a CCW, no wait. He calls me from the shop saying you said no wait. You still got to wait for the background check. Well, but yeah, STI, man. This is the way they used to do it. They used a cheap ass Plano box. I mean, look at it. The plastic's even chipped. Gotta love STI. You always get a 4-day? Damn. Nice guns. Were any of them inherited? Nothing on the wall was an inherited firearm. Sorry, I have the yawns because me and the Rocky took a nap before the live. Why do you get a 4-day wait period? That sucks, dude. If that's your actual name, I would imagine that it can't be because of your name. I'm going to join in for a $25 million thing. Okay. Thanks again. Upon completion of the survey, please rate your overall satisfaction. Highly satisfied. Welcome to Tractor Supply. We value your current feedback. Thank you for your response. Are you willing to answer more questions? Yes. Upon completion, please answer the following questions about your most recent... Holy shit, how many questions is it? Hold on, I'm trying to win $2,500. Yanking is contagious? It sure is. Started when I was a child and now I'm addicted to it. The older you get, the sleepier you get. The bad thing is you can't always get any good sleep. I don't sleep much, dude. So in the middle of the night while Rocky is sleeping, I will get up and play VR for 3 or 4 hours. That's pretty much the only time I get to play, so it's a good thing. What's the quietest gun you ever didn't hear? The second gun on the grassy knoll, the one that actually took out Kennedy. there is some way to trick my dog into coming in here. Not bad. Missed you by a question. Sorry about that. What is your disability? Sorry, sir. According to the Americans with Disabilities Act, you are not legally allowed to ask me that question. Saw you on Chanson's Live at 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. Yes. Couldn't sleep. My headset was dead. Does Rocky trip out when you play this VR? He looks at me like I'm stupid, and then he gets up and walks out of the room. Because he sees a man that's completely silent. Hold on. Wearing a headset, okay? As a matter of fact, here, I'm going to do something with you guys. I am now going to participate in a live stream from virtual reality. Just to show you how stupid I can look. Also, porn in VR, chef's kiss. Oh, I'm beyond ADHD. But anyways, so if I get bored, I can just sit here and do this. It actually will work out better because, like, you can't see it on my screen, but yeah, I have the entire window is up right now, so it's like looking at a 700-inch screen. But yeah. Aw. What's my disability? Dealing with stupid fucks. Okay. Now I have dog food stuck in my tooth. You have autism? Well, to each their own. What does it cost? What, VR? This is the MetaQuest 3. The headset is like $500 for the only thing higher than this one is the Pro. But also, this one has real pass-through cameras. So just by doing that, I can actually read, like, Zachary, orange slices, naturally flavored. Unlike older systems that have a fake pass-through, this one has real pass-through. Glock 47 is better than VR glasses. No. Anyway, that's what VR looks like. And this is what I look like when I'm making the pad thai. But I want to let this charge so that I can play my damn games. Play my damn games. I reckon I'm going to kill nobody. Yeah. Also, going from an i9 12900K to an old Ryzen 2600X slows down the experience. I really need to get the other processor and get the board built. Rocky, I ate one of your treats. It sucks. Let's talk about, what are we going to talk about? How about the church shooting and the burning? That was fucked up, huh? Yeah, my lag is chatting way behind. No, it's not. You guys just aren't talking. Motherfuckers getting hit and type some shit. Automobile, Lamborghini, stealing the wheelie, goes where wee. Congrats, I'm invited. Nah, I'm good. Oh, some shit. Thank you. Thank you for participating and knowing the assignment. That's because trolls usually come out on Monday. It used to be Wednesday trolls, Michael, but they aren't coming out as much. Turns out there's only so many times somebody can call somebody a fucking moron before they start listening. Let's see. Notice. Stream quality stability compromised. Session may auto close within the next few minutes. Cool. Surprised you still have your channel this long after you opened it. All right, kids, I want to put you guys, where's the questicle? The what? Oh, I put it away. If you had to put one in your mom's left tit. The Quest 3 is behind me, but it's kind of awkward because you see me sitting here, I'm reading the same chat that I could be reading right off my screen. I'm just going to sit and look at you until you guys say something of substance. Stream die? Nope. Come here, Rocky. By a CG fan, I like a little bit of everything. You want to come here, buddy? Come here, Pop. Come here, Rocky. Rocky. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. I'll eat it. Up we go! Up we go! Don't bend over after you're drinking a carbonated beverage. Hey, cat, what is going on? Rocky's laying down. You have a potato for the potato? Ooh, I got something for the potato, too. I got some potato-based potatory. Eh? Kiki and Akira had some fun at the park. Yeah, we stayed there until just before 9, but I had to get some packages mailed off. Sorry we missed you. Also, Rocky just is not playing much right now. He is. If you want to know what nerve damage looks like, watch me try to open a plastic bag on live stream. Woo! What kind of dog do you have? The best kind. Come here. Come here. A little closer. Come here. Up. 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 Both hands. Get up. Let me. Oh, hold on. This is my potato. Here, give me your other hand. This is my potato! This is my potato! But these are sweet potatoes wrapped in a jerky. Yeah, he really likes those. Weird background was like you're outside in the wind. It was because there is a fan behind the screen. I'm sorry. The AC system in the building is out, so I'm using fans to keep from sweating like ball soup. I got an extra one for you when you're ready. Walther PDP Pro or Glock 34? I'm still going to go with the PDP Pro, even though it's much more expensive. But damn, I've done some nice stuff to a 34 before. Liam, how am I? How are you? My English is not good today. Yeah, the boy likes these things. This one I'm probably not going to try. Yeah, and unfortunately the fan that I'm using is broken and only has one setting. Oh, it wasn't you, Liam. It was me. I misread your comment. You're laying in the hospital bed. Sorry to hear that, Liam. I hope you're okay. Thick out beef. Only there was a way to make my dog happy. Get my dog happier. Yeah, he doesn't like that chew toy. Hey, look, Rocky. You want it? You want this one? Come here. Come here. You gotta come get it. Come on. You want it? He's sitting over there like, come on, come here. I don't tease you. If you want it, I'll give it to you, but you gotta make some of the effort. Show Rocky, please, we love him. All right. These lives have been kind of chill anyway, so. Say hello, boy. You're watching from the Philippines? Awesome. Rocky, they love you. Okay, I'm back. Nice. All right, Lucky, stop spamming, dude. That's how you get banned. I understand you're not feeling well, but do not spam. I'll give it to you if you make some effort. I really enjoy watching these firearms lives. Are you not allowed to hold them on camera? No, on YouTube, you are not allowed to hold a firearm. Back in 2019, a young man decided to do something on a live stream and domed himself in front of his audience, and then his corpse stayed on the live stream for 40 minutes until the police could find his house and turn the live stream off. Luckily, his background had fallen over the body, but yeah, basically a live stream of a dead man went for 40 minutes back in 2019. Yeah, also, if you want to see more of the dog, go over to A Dog and a Dude. That's our channel for Rocky. Rocky is a going on 17-month-old rescue. Yeah, the STI is back up. It is going away, though. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, yes! We want more Rocky. Yes, go over to A Dog and a Dude. I put him first because it's his channel. Trust in the process. How's your day today? God bless. You too, brother. My day is okay, as best as it can be. We got some family stuff going on. Not really going to get into it. It's not really something I talk about on live streams, but it's a very personal thing that is unfortunate, and it's ongoing. So hopefully everything will... Yeah. You almost bid on a Browning high power from World War II last night. That's pretty damn awesome, dude. My buddy over at Bears, they have a older Browning high power. I can see what year it is to see if it's CNR capable and see which version of it is. I have to go over there tomorrow anyways and talk to the owner. If anybody owns a business that's in any way related to the internet, let me know. You can advertise on the Jimmini show. We both get happy then. Frick, I made machi and I can't stop eating it. Nice. Hopefully it gets resolved. Unfortunately, Trust, it's getting resolved. There's no dispute in it getting resolved. It's just how long it'll take. I'll let you know when I go there tomorrow. Hello, Mr. Packer. What was I about to look into? I was just about to check somebody's channel. I don't remember. Going to buy another firearm tomorrow. I want to get a nice range toy. Not sure what to get though. If you're looking for something in a range toy, Canik like Rival would be a good choice. Very reasonably priced. Walther PDP F Series is close to the same price and very good at the range. A nice mid-range 1911, $600-700 will get you into the mid-range at the very bottom end of it, but you'll get a quality 1911. Smith & Wesson's M&P Performance Center lineup, if you find a used one, you can usually find a pretty cool one for about that price. Mrs. Mouse is mad. Give me like 15 minutes. All right, dude. We're only going till 10 my time tonight, so keep that in mind. Doesn't Canik have a rebate right now? Maybe. I really haven't been paying any attention to manufacturer rebates. Hi, Rocky. You okay? Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You're crazy. No, you're crazy. No, you're crazy. The Grandmaster looks nice. Thanks, Stone. FV Ordnance is trying to trade me for it, so we'll see what happens. Why does it sound windy? Because my AC system is broken, so I have a fan blowing wind on me right now. Also, my dog is farting a lot, and I can't stand it. But mostly because the AC system is out. Here, I'll turn it off for now, but if I get too hot and I'm starting to sit in bowl soup, I'm turning it back on. Sorry about that. My phone hit the button on the side to turn it off. Oh, the days we're having. I accidentally hit the button on my phone. Postberry says, nice collection, thank you. Any performance difference from the Winchester Model 70 versus the Ranger series? No idea. I'm not a long gun guy. Hopefully somebody in the comments can answer that question for you. If somebody in the comments knows, throw it up there. It's going to be one of those nights. This little fan doesn't do shit. Sounds like it's pushing a lot of air. It's not. Although it feels funny on your ear. Sitting here waiting for a regular comment. Oh, we also still have the Toe of Satan sitting up there. The world's hottest chocolate bar. Cody, what's up? How much hot sauce on the burrito? All the fucking hot sauce, bro. Rocky needs a fan. No, he's fine. He's laying on the ground. It's 73 degrees in here. So it's not bad right now. I have the AC cranked in my semi. In Vegas right now, very overrated and expensive. Any places I should eat at? Find a casino buffet. You'll have diarrhea, but at least it'll only be $10. Who's Deggle? Is the CZ Shadow 2 worth it? I was also taking a look at the Kimber Repeat Ice or the Kimber 2K11. The 2K11 is a much more expensive gun, but it's a true 2011 versus the other two guns. The Shadow 2 is okay. It's probably the most reasonable. I would probably still go with like the Kimber Repeat because I like the linear trigger of the 1911 better. Nice test bench PC. It's not a test bench PC. I tore apart my main rig because I sold some of the components out of it because I think I'm going to switch to AMD for the processor. So I had an i9-12900K in there and they're still worth like $300. So I sold the CPU. So I went back to an old Ryzen for now. And I'm just doing that until I can get all the parts to do the new build. When I do the new build is going in that Corsair 1000D. So that is a PC case that I'm going to build in next. You can see it's quite on the big side because my dog is a full-size doggo. I want to run away. I want to fly. Why do you want to run away? Kimber Ice looks so sweet. The blue trigger and silver sliding barrel looks beautiful. Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely. The ice is amazing. Worst hammer-fired gun that I've got. Worst hammer-fired gun that I've got. See, I don't keep the ones that suck. The worst hammer-fired gun I've got. Hold on, I can do this. No, because that's a 1911. That's good. That's 2011. That's good. Good. All my hammer fire guns are fine. Can't think of one I don't like. Learn how to spell, douchebag. Was a Deagle on Discord for the longest time. Oh, gotcha. FRT trigger is the best. I will argue with you that a binary is more useful than a FRT. Best gun in any video game. The BFG from Doom. I got the red one, bought the blue grips and the red trigger and installed the black frame. I like it better, lol. CZ is seriously underrated for their quality and price. There was a time where CZ was the hipster gun. Now Glocks are hipster guns, honestly, and Walthers and FNs. Fuck you guys with your 5 Series. Fuck every one of you. You're all hipsters. And you can't say you're not, Stone. You got the beard of a fucking 80-year-old hipster. But yeah. Don't want to worry you, but there's a sloth on your wall. There's also one on a speaker on top of my graphics card and right here in my hand. Do you think someone should modernize the Grandmaster or leave them as they are? There's nothing really to do. The only thing I wanted to do was swap out that optic for a more modern optic because it then would allow me to grab the rear of the slide because it's difficult to manipulate the slide on the Grandmaster. I'm more familiar with 6 shooters. What's a good option to get into for shooting competition? Just blinking. I have a 1911. It's down at the moment because the grip's a little apart. Jesus. If you just want to go in and shoot competition, get a CZ Shadow 2 or a Tanfolio Stock 2, something like that. I had an FNX Reflex XL, sold it, kind of want to rebuy it. I actually really like it, not sure why I sold it. The Reflex is fine. I'm specifically talking about dipshits that say a 545 is better than an FNX 45. Bite me, it is not. It's the same thing that happened when SDI became Staccato, and they went from offering a Grandmaster like that for $2,600 to offering a fucking XC for $4,500 when that is completely hand assembled. Is that silver handgun in the middle of Fusion? Yes, that one over there above my head is a Fusion Firearms XP Pro. The Desert Eagle from the old 007 games was the best. So I like to play games as a pistol wielder. Like even when I'm playing Ghost of Tabor, I'll try to shoot as many people as I can with the pistol. Get the Nighthawk Bitcoin. That would be so fucking hilarious. Hey, do you guys remember when some dude was scamming old people by selling them physical Bitcoins and he was making fake little Bitcoins out of the symbol? I think I'm more tired than I thought, dealing with everything that's going on. Oh, fuck, I am yawning a lot. The live ended because I put a sloth on my head. How many of you haven't hit the like button yet? There's only 41 likes? Jesus Christ. I think I'm going to sell my mongoose. You got a mongoose bicycle? FRTs are for people who can't fill out a Form 1. Trying to understand what that means, but I kind of get what you're saying. The Fusion Firearms is actually nice looking and feeling. Do you like shooting it? Absolutely, I do, actually. They did send it to me, but I was under no obligation to give them a positive response. I took it to the range. Point shooting it is easy. I like the feel of the gun. The fact that it takes Glock mags does mean that you do have a much cheaper option. A Glock mag, like a factory Glock mag, I tend to run factory mags in Glock stuff. I'm not a big fan of the KCI variants, although the P mags are fine. They're what, $23 to $24. I can get them as a dealer for under $20 a piece versus a Wilson Combat 8-rounder costs $60. So yeah. Kind of like an Eclipse car. Lol, I'm here in Virginia. We see them all the time. Looking at the Fusion, how's a recoil impulse? In my opinion, it feels as good as my Apollo 11 did before I got rid of it. It's not quite as good as my comped guns. However, you can add a ported barrel to that gun. A lot of poo-poos. Yes, there are. 18 rounds of 9 or 9 rounds of 45 ACP. Depends on the situation. If we're talking in a competition, obviously I'm going to want more rounds because it allows for mistakes. If we're talking about in a self-defense situation, the average self-defense shooting is 5 to 7 rounds. So if I can't get it done in 9, I'm in trouble. I always carry a backup anyway, spare mag. Don't get a lightsaber. A true lightsaber would cut through the universe. What was the SIG 220 you had and didn't like? Was it the Elite? No, mine was the Legion, but it wasn't the single action only. It was the double action, single action variant. Yeah, and it had the wrong sights on it. The reason I fixed the windage problem, because in my video I said it was shooting 7 inches low, 7 inches right, left. I fixed the windage issue, but I could never get it to come up to where it needed to be because the rear sight, or one, I can't remember what it was, but we looked up the part number on the sight, and it should have had a taller sight, which would have then brought the gun, I'm trying to think, sorry. It needed to come up nearly 7 inches at 10 yards, so I think it was too tall, and it needed a shorter one. No. So when you're presenting on your picture, you got this and that, so coming up, taller sight would push the nose down. So yeah, it needed a shorter sight. Would you rather have adamantium claws or a lightsaber? I'd rather have adamantium claws. High Point, give me a line. Give me a laugh. It's been a long day. There's a yeet cannon up there. Favorite gun and least favorite on the wall. Least favorite on the wall tonight is going to be my Match X because I have to send it out to some dipshit. Most favorite is probably going to be my DWX. Have I ever shot the 210? Yes, it has an amazing trigger, one of the most accurate service pistols ever created. The reset is not great. Too expensive. Yeah, it's too hot in here. I'm starting to not like it. That'll do, thanks. Haha. You're welcome, sir. What's even funnier is when I put that suppressor on it. Hold on, I'm overheating. There we go. This thing moves so little air, it's almost funny. Should put an LVPO. So you can get an acro mount for it. So technically I could put an acro mount or go to a RMR pick rail mount. And if I put an RMR pick rail mount on it, I can put whatever I want on it. I am a robot. I come from a future where you are all enslaved. But one of you escapes and travels back to the past and becomes Sarah Palin. All hail the Twinkie. I am very tired right now. I am literally just saying whatever comes to my brain. You do that, and you can shoot a quarter from a mile away. What's the worst striker fire gun you have? It's a mix between all my Glocks. On the wall, probably the yeet cannon. You're not supposed to touch it when it's blowing down your shirt. It will get upset. Lol. Is that suppressor hard to maintain from the weight? It is actually an extremely light suppressor. It is not like your standard suppressor. It doesn't have a lot of heavy bushings in the middle of it because it's an offset suppressor. It's basically one long tube with cuts in it versus segmented parts. The whole suppressor weighs about as much as a loaded mag, maybe even less. So it's not hard to hold it if that's what you mean. How do you rebuild a BB gun that don't build pressure? You got to check all your O-rings and the mating surfaces for where like the piston comes into contact with the gas system. Do you have any black powder stuff like flintlocks or matchlocks? No, sir. Can a barrel bend from suppressor weight? Depending on what kind of suppressor it is, you can definitely get So if you've ever fired or seen slow motion video of a rifle barrel being fired, they undulate. So if you can imagine a heavy enough suppressor could, after a shot, if you try rapid firing, in fact, that suppressor was rebuilt because a buddy of mine fired a mag dump through an FPC, the Smith & Wesson folding pistol caliber, and he actually baffle struck the end of it and bent the entire body of the suppressor from the oscillation of the barrel. With the tax stamp going away, will it be easier to sell suppressors person to person? It's not going away. The only thing they agreed to do was remove the $200 fee. You still have to do a full background check to get a suppressor. What do you think about a binary trigger? They're fine. I think binary triggers are almost as much of a waste of money in terms of resources, the cost of the trigger, and how much ammunition you're going to fire through it really fast. America, thumb friend. In his defense, he didn't know. I had a Nielsen device in it because I normally shoot that only on pistols, so you need a spring, a Nielsen device to help it counteract the way the lockup works on the guns. He didn't know that, and nobody realized that it had baffle struck till we went to take it off the gun. And Silent Chico actually rebuilt it for free. Happy Monday. Hey, Daniel. Never had a suppressor, but that's something I've always been wanting. Always been on my mind. You can get reasonably priced regular suppressors. Everybody's like, oh, you need a surefire suppressor because that's what military and Navy SEALs and all them fucktards use. And then some people are like, oh no, you need a Huxworks or you need a Dead Air, or you need this. What you need to do is get your hands on as much information as you can and maybe go to a store and see what feels good in your hand. Texas Silencer Shop went out of business because the partners dissolved their partnership, and now it's back again. I believe it's Texas Silencer Shop. They make a 30 cal can that's titanium and serviceable for like $900. That's a steal in the suppressor world. I am falling asleep in the middle of these sentences, guys. I do not have this in me. 9:30, that's where we're going. 10 more minutes, guys. I almost fell asleep in the middle of that sentence. Llama, what is up, man? I check out some of your live streams. That's an interesting get around to the no touching lives on your stream thing with the stick. Everybody go check out Tactical Llama. He's another good dude. He does a lot of lives. Is that one of those Chiappa rhinos? No, they're not comfortable. And yes, that is a Chiappa, but it is a non-firing replica made out of PLA. Where can I get a good blunderbuss? Never tried to buy one. I would almost assume like a lot of like the old C&R shops, collectibles and antiques. Go to sleep. See you in a couple days. Yeah, no kidding, guys. Yeah, we'll go for another 9 minutes because I am out on my ass right now. I had a couple of events today and they're kind of taking all the energy out of me. Thanks for checking out the channel. Absolutely, dude. Whenever I see anybody that's copying me, I'm just kidding you. I'm fucking with you. But when I see anybody else that's doing the live streams, I tend to check them out. I will point out, now some people have been doing live streams longer than me. I think I'm one of the first ones to do live streams with real guns behind me. Also, I found like 4 other people started filming on their couch. That's mine, motherfucker. How's your dad doing? I haven't spoken to him since early this morning, Stone. I can talk to you when we're off the live. 9 minutes, that's a strong performance. Yeah, but what I didn't tell you, a-hole, is that I'm doing it 3 times in that 9 minutes. Would you recommend 1 can for 45 and 1 for 9, or 2 separate cans? So cans are not caliber specific. They are pressure rated. Now they do say, hey, look, this is designed to work on a 30 caliber, or this is designed to work on 300 blackout. But you can always go smaller from your initial caliber. So like you can run a 9 through a 45. You can run a 22 through a 45 if it threads onto the gun. You cannot run a 45 through a 9. So if you're thinking about shooting smaller calibers, always go larger. If you can afford it and you don't mind waiting, get 2 cans. Like I intend on getting a 45 ACP Osprey because I just like the way the Ospreys look. There's a reason they're popular in all the video games. But I also plan on getting a 46M and a 36M. I won my appeal, but they still make me 24 to 48 hours before I go live again. Yeah, it's bullshit. YouTube is very, very assholey. I once accidentally brushed the front trunnion of an AK and they killed my ability to live for a week. Check out the Arms Room 24. All right, I will at some point. I put my 45 can on my wife's 22. Yeah, and it does work because it's doing the same job. It's just not nearly as effective. 22 through a 45 is like a hot dog down a hallway, pretty much. There's no Glock behind me, son. You're looking at the Osprey in 45. It's a good can. The thing you need to keep in mind with the Osprey line, that's a 2.0. They have 2 screws that run the entire length that hold the whole thing together, and they don't go all the way down. The screws literally stop like an inch into the body, into 2 pockets that are in there to hold it all together. It does not handle pressure really well. I can't even fire a 5.7 out of that one because it's too much pressure. I've got the Obsidian 45. You'll have to zoom in with your phone if you're on one, brother. I can't pick up guns on live streams. I'll do a walkthrough before we end the stream, though. Everybody knows about Nick Brock. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody knows about... I'm trying to read your comment, Nick Brock, but it just keeps saying everybody knows about Nick Brock. Bro, nobody gives a fuck about Nick Brock. Okay. Looks good on the Night Stalker. Yep. Actually, that combination is what started me disassembling that gun and doing that, because it used to not be able to run more than 40 rounds before it died. The one next to the Glock is an HK VP9. Love the couch reviews. Thank you. You're back, Habibi? Nice, Habibi. But, yeah, unfortunately, I'm falling asleep while I'm talking, Mouse. I'm probably cutting it at 9:30. That can looks real nice. Yes, thank you. Are you ex-military? No, sir. 50 cal bullet. There's 3 different rounds up there. Well, 2 different rounds. The 2 silver tips are 50 BMG armor-piercing incendiary, and then the smaller one is a 416 Barrett. Believe it or not, the 416 Barrett goes faster, so it's actually more accurate over a longer distance. Can you tell me a little bit about the high-power platform? So basically, John Moses Browning was not a gun manufacturer on his own. He was a designer, and he had tons of patents throughout his life. He designed most of the functioning works of the 1911, but his version of a 1911 was a double-stack 9 with no grip safety. So after he left Colt, and I believe while he was working for FN, he designed his version. He was quoted as saying it's a 1911 improved in his opinion, so he created a double-stack box mag, which was unheard of back in 1935. He created the takedown, the fact that it has a captivated spring, not a captivated spring, but an enclosed spring without a bushing. That was innovative for its time. The way that the takedowns work, the way the rear safety worked, because you pull it back to the first notch, that's your slide lock, or excuse me, your safety, and then you can pull it all the way back, engage that rear safety, and it becomes your takedown hold open. I had a PTR 91. I can tell you it's not a great copy of the HK. No, it's not a good copy of the G3, but it's a good gun when you don't compare it to a G3. Good info, thank you. It's single action only, right? Yes. It's single action only, and it also has a hinged trigger, not a linear trigger like a 1911. It's a fuck ton of guns! Yes. All right, so I'm going to walk you through the guns on the wall. You guys put a W and the name of the one you like the most. First person to leave me $1 million wins $9.14 worth of nothing. So we'll start here at the bottom. That is my HK VP9 with a match grade weight and a light on it, because why wouldn't you add a shit ton of weight to the front of your gun? Excuse me. SIG P320 X5 Legion. The only one I was looking at was from World War II and didn't have a magazine disconnect. Nice. WW Too Fancy. Y'all get morning and like it. Night, ladies. Yep. So SIG P320 X5 Legion with the Armored Craft dual adjustable trigger, and I realized that my factory threaded barrel will fit in there out of my other SIG, so I might be running a comp on that gun. Heritage Arms Barkeep in 22 caliber. Exotic Ammo 37 millimeter launcher. That's the silver thing there. Sears Model 43103, chambered in 22, shoots long, short, regular, whatever you want to put in it. Ruger 1022 bull barrel target, so it has to have an optic. Hammerly 22 1911, so it's a 12 round 1911, just a fun little plinker. The Dan Wesson DWX with the battle-worn finish, thanks to Dan Wesson for having shit finishes on your guns. The Gerson Match X, we're not talking about that. The Fusion Firearms XP Pro Glock Mag 1911 double stack. Then we have the Chris Sphinx 9mm. It's basically the Swiss CZ 2011. T-Sauce Night Stalker, the gun that started it all for you guys. STI Grandmaster and 38 Super Major. Firestar from Star Arms, 45 caliber. Interesting note, back in 2003, a 9mm version of that gun was used to assassinate a person. Very prominent. Chronicle 1911 from GeForce. What a piece of shit. PX4 Storm in 45 ACP. Rotating barrel. Interesting gun. I got to make a video on that. Yeet Cannon. Not interesting. Tanfolio Witness with the Mossad slide. Glock Mag 2011. Nice. Give me that Night Stalker. No, sorry. CZP SP01. Not a tactical or anything, but I changed out the grips. I really like it. Fusion Firearms XF Pro. Very nice. And the Daria Arms DY9 with the Island Port barrel. You can see all the ports in the barrel, and they're built into the barrel. So it cuts through the slide. And a Keltec KS7. So there you go. That's all the guns. You like the one on top? Nice. Look at my dog. Oh, there he is. Hold on. You gonna look at my dog? So, yeah, Rocky's going to say goodnight to you. Hey, Rocky, you good? He looks so nervous. Don't be nervous, dog. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm not staying. I'm falling asleep while I'm talking. I'm a loser. I'm sorry. But I appreciate all you guys. Email me if you're interested in a hoodie. We have 1X, 2X, 3X, and a very limited number of 4X available. We'll be doing black, gray, and FD, OD green like my Jimmini Show shirts. Also going to be doing another run of the shirts, too. So keep all that shit in mind. Okay, guys? All right, guys, everybody, I'm going to bed. Rocky says,